What is up, everybody? How's it going? I hope you're all doing all right today. I've got a real quick kind of small video for you guys, and if you guys can tell by the title, I've got good news, bad news, and we're gonna do a slight maintenance to the car that's a little bit necessary today. So we're just gonna quickly get through the bad news section of this real quick. It's not actually that big of a deal, but I just wanted to let you guys know my camera that I'm filming on, the last video I was filming, and then some photos that I was taking, it's been acting up, and unfortunately I don't have the money to replace the camera. I'm still dedicated to trying to at least get a video out a week for you guys, so if that does happen, I will have to switch over to my phone. So it's kind of more warning you guys that there might be a quality drop because I lose the microphone and the camera, but hopefully that doesn't happen. It's more of just a warning. Also, sorry about the bird noise. I can't really do anything about those guys right there. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the more important part of the video. Now, as you guys may remember, I started racing this car earlier this year. I missed 2 of the events at the beginning of the year, and the year before that I was running an HPDE. Beginning of this year I was also running an HPDE. So I haven't been competing with this car very long, but I've been trying to make it to all the races that I could. Now, if you guys remember from this video over here, I had talked about how I had 1 race that I was definitely going to, and then there was 2 races that I was hoping to attend this year, but money was the obstacle. I actually was able to get to 1 of those races. Unfortunately, it was last minute. I was very tired and very busy the whole race, so I wasn't able to film really any of it. So I don't have a video about that, but this is kind of more of an update video about what happened then. Now, I know you're asking yourself right now, why does he have a stock rotor and not a slotted rotor like he usually runs? Well, that's an easy answer. The slotted rotor is not on the car. It's right there. But as you may be able to tell from said slotted rotor, I have a crack there and there. And both of those cracks go all the way through the rotor. That happened on my last weekend, and I guess in a way you could say that was bad news, but I was luckily able to swap on my stock rotor, which I still had around, so it didn't end my weekend. Now, as you guys may know, I go to every weekend focusing on just improving one little thing instead of competing because, like I said, I missed the first 2 events this year. I didn't really think my car was competitive. Also, it's hundreds of pounds overweight, so I'm just not in that competitive class. But unfortunately, when that rotor went out, it was before the second session of the day, which is always the fastest session. Now, I took 4th place on that day, and I missed the time by 0.05 seconds. I was faster than the guy who beat me in the first session. He put that time down in the second session, and I was unable to attend the second session because of my rotor, which is very unfortunate. But that got me thinking. Now, I'd looked into it earlier in the season, and I thought to myself, if I keep driving like I am right now, maybe I might be able to squeeze into the 4th place position, which isn't all that impressive, but for a car that's not competitive, I just thought to myself, hey, it may not be a podium, but at least it's something to say that I was able to do with 2 less races than most people out there, and also an extremely overweight car, and it being my first year actually competing against other vehicles. That ushers in what the good news is, though. After last event, despite the fact that I missed the podium by 0.05 seconds, I looked at the overall season points, and I'm in 3rd place for the championship this season. Regional championship. The national championship, who knows, it was supposed to actually happen at our track. We were really unfortunate. COVID struck, got canceled, so there was no national championship. But for the regional championship here, I'm sitting 3rd place in my class. That means that I have to show up to this last race, and I have to be competitive. And I've got to defend that title, because 4th place is only 59 points behind me, which can be made up in 1 weekend. So with that exciting news out of the way, what we have to do, and this is where the maintenance comes in, is we have to replace the rotors. And I was thinking maybe running the stock rotors for the rest of the year, and then I wanted to go with a different brand altogether next year because I'm not the most pleased with these Stop Techs, which are the ones that cracked, and it was because of the cracking that I wasn't the most pleased with them. And the passenger side is also seeing some cracking, but it's not failed at the same level as the driver side had. But I'm going to replace both the passenger and driver side with brand new slotted rotors. They're the exact same ones that are on there, and then next year hopefully I'll be running new rotors all the way around, and then I'll have these as spares just in case the same thing happens to my new rotors and I need a rotor in a pinch. Man, new rotors look nice. It pains me to know what I'm going to do to them. have it. Both of those guys off, and both of these very nice, new, pretty rotors on the car. Now one thing that I keep meaning to do that I always forget to do, and I figured I might as well do it while I'm here, is I just want to pop these little covers off. If I can figure out how to get to them. And there you go, they've just got little clips on them. And I'll do that to both sides, but this will allow more air from the front of the car, because this is right up at the bumper, to come back and vent into here to cool the brakes. That one was a lot easier than the driver's side. The driver's side really wanted to stick. It's a shame that those pretty rotors are going to be destroyed during the next race, but that's about it for today. I'm going to go ahead and torque them down. That's all I have to do left. I'll throw torque specs over there just in case you guys are curious. It was a pretty simple job, just some regular routine maintenance as it has to happen. I was really hoping those rotors would make it through the year, but they didn't. But that's irrelevant. I'm super stoked with where I'm sitting for the year. Third place, that's huge for me, especially first year, missing a few events and going out there not even competing, just seeing how fast I can do it and just trying to improve on myself. So being able to do just that and come out third, I'm stoked, but I've got a lot of work that I still need to do to this car. I'm really hoping to podium at the last race, not just on the whole season. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.